Please hang on one sec. Alrighty, in you come. I'm going to hand you one of these on the way in. No.
Miss Marcus said to ask you, please, I'm begging you. I need to toilet so bad, I promise.
Why did she tell me to come and ask you?
No, because she said that I'm going to be later on, so just register and get a pass. Huh?
Just go over this. It's getting tiring. You need to go before, right at the end of the
I was
lesson.
literally
It's every lesson. It's
Yeah.
every lesson. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Where's the bin? Guys, then touch them, what do they do it? No, they're not. They're touching each other.
No, where the glasses are like.
Right, guys, quickly and silently making the start. Looking out on the board, please. Thank you, Jude, for making a start. Thank you, Elsie, for making a start. Thank you, Jeddah, for making a start. Thank you, Spencer, for making a start. Thank you, Amelie, for making a start. Thank you, Murad, for making a start. Right, ready to learn in 3, 2, and 1. Don't worry. Just start your do now. I'll go over what class we are and everything like that in a minute. I'd just like you to start your do now. As always, if you don't know the answer, please just write the sentence starter or the question. Either is fine. So if you don't know the answer, sentence starter or question is fine. Good afternoon, Murad. Afternoon, Amelia. Afternoon, Elsie. Afternoon, Luca. Afternoon, Asiya. Afternoon, Nia. Afternoon, Maya. Afternoon, Atif. Afternoon, Jacob. Afternoon, Kaya. Afternoon, Jamie. Afternoon, Melchizedek. Afternoon, Amelie. Afternoon, Olivia. Afternoon, Jude. Afternoon, Anastasia. Afternoon, Jeddah. Afternoon, Princess. Afternoon, Castiel. Afternoon, Marley. Afternoon, Cadence. Afternoon, Yola. Afternoon, Mia. Afternoon, Jaden. Afternoon, Scarlett. Afternoon, Spencer. Afternoon, Daisy. Afternoon, Molly. Good afternoon, Phoebe. Let's go. No, you're not. You're talking. So 2 minutes. Doesn't matter. Right, ready? 2, 1. Let's have a go at these, please. So, state the name for a cell that has 2 copies of every chromosome. Jeddah? Yeah, diploid. So if we have 2 copies, it's called diploid. Oh, it hasn't come up. Diploid, there we go. Question number 2 is state the number of types of chromosomes that humans have. Mia? Yeah, they do. Perfect. 23. Question number 3, describe the structure of DNA. So there's loads of different pieces to this. Amelia, anything that you put down? I could have sworn that I read a little bit. No? Oh, I must have read the next one then. My bad. Spencer, give me some, please. Yep, so it's a double helix. We'll start there. So we've got a double helix in shape. Something else, please, Castiel. Pardon? There are 4 somethings. They're A, T, C, and G. Can you remember what they were? The 4. No? Jaden? Yeah, so we got 4 bases, A, T, C, and G. We've got what, Maya? Yeah, very nice. A sugar phosphate backbone, and those bases are held together by what bonds, Nia? Hydrogen bonds. Very nice. So DNA is a double helix. It's got a sugar phosphate backbone, 4 bases, and they're held together by hydrogen bonds. Thank you, Jaden, Maya, Nia. Wait, who told me double helix? Spencer. We're going to quickly do that one as a turn and talk because there's quite a lot in there, and we do need to remember it. So quickly with the person next to you, you're going to describe the structure of DNA. I would like this side of the room to go first once. This side of the room to go first. What is the structure of DNA? Turn and talk. Go. You're first, Cadence. Cadence, you're first. Pardon? Cadence, you are first. Please turn and talk to Maya. The answer is on the board. Please, let's not have one of these days. We have had none of these days for a long time. It's written on the board. Please just talk to Maya about it. Okay. Ready to learn in 3, 2, and 1. Call. What is the structure of DNA? Asia. Yep. And? Absolutely. So it's a double helix with a sugar phosphate backbone. I'm going to come to someone else. What else, Scarlett?
4 bases.
Yeah, what are they? The 4 bases? And they're held together by what?
Hydrogen bond.
Lovely. Thank you, Scarlett and Asia. Then finally, what happens during mitosis? I did see some people put, and I was impressed, PMATC. What I'm thinking more so is during mitosis, what is the general thing that's happening? What is mitosis? Jacob, what's mitosis? Absolutely. So the cell replicates. We have one cell splits into how many? And what do we know about those cells compared to the parent? Yeah, they are identical. Perfect. So a parent cell divides into two genetically identical daughter cells. You got a question? Perfect. I think I would put that they're identical, but otherwise that's great. Yeah. Quite a difficult one. Show of hands how many we've got out of 4, please. This side, nice. Yep. Awesome, well done. Okay, we're moving on to a new booklet. So let me just, no, not that way. This way. There we go. First thing we're going to do is, oh, that's not what I want to do. We're going to make sure that we got the right information on the top front of here. If you don't put your name on it, I'm going to strangle you. I don't know. Please put your name on it. The class is 8S2. And I will be.
Come on. This one's so funny.
I can't think of anything funny.
Mr. Bean.
I don't think
It's the actor who plays Mr. Bean.
No, I meant Miss actually Mr. Bean.
Get cultured. That is Mr. Bean.
No, but like you write.
No, it's like the actual like character itself.
That is Mr. Bean. Rowan Atkinson.
No.
Right. Please make sure you've got 8S2 and my name on the front. And then we're going to move on. Right. What we're looking at is, now, we've looked at the cell cycle, how we make new cells, why we need new cells, growth in the pet, and the process by which we do it, mitosis. We looked at the phases on mitosis. What we're looking at, and that all of us look slightly different, the reason that you kind of look like your parents, but not quite, and that is inheritance. Yes, Yola? Yeah, I hate that practically, okay? Because it's really long, and we never managed to finish it in an hour. We were trying to extract DNA, but we didn't have time. That's all I got. And I don't know why we did it in year 8, because I could explain why we did each of the steps, but half of the words wouldn't make sense. So I don't know why we did it. Anyway, what we're going to be looking at today is we're going to be looking at genes, genetics. That's what we're introducing ourselves to. So first things first is we have DNA. Where in the cell is our DNA found? Anyone can tell me. Go on, Murad. Yeah, so our DNA is found inside of the nucleus. We know that our DNA, what is the name of the shape that DNA takes up? Everyone? 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, and then inside those, we have our 4, what are those called? 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, we got our 4 bases, which are A, T, C, and G. And we've got this backbone. That backbone is a what backbone? Everyone? 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, sugar phosphate. Lovely. So we've got DNA. DNA is inside our nucleus. It's made up of a sugar phosphate backbone and 4 bases. Now, your actual DNA, when you take it out and you stretch it out, wait, I'm going to quote this number wrong. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get it wrong. It's long, okay? There's lots, and it's in every single one of your cells. If we take a small section of that DNA, that will code, basically be the recipe for a given characteristic. So you have this massive long chain of DNA, like here. If I take a small section of it, like maybe here to here, this might code for a given characteristic. That could be something like eye color. So I have, I don't know, like green eyes. Jaden's got brown eyes, maybe. Who knows? Some people have got blue eyes. That is a characteristic. Eye color, or hair color, or height, skin color. These are all characteristics. Out of all your DNA, there's a small section that will code for that, and we call this a gene. So a gene is a section of DNA that codes for a given characteristic. Again, that is a gene. It's a section of DNA that codes for a given characteristic. What do I call a section of DNA that codes for a given characteristic? On two. Yeah, we're going to get that in here because it's super important. Do people have space under the do now? Yes, they do. Lovely. We're going to put what a gene is. So a gene is a section of DNA that codes for a certain characteristic. For example, eye color, hair color, etc.
I don't know this because now what's not happening? Look.
Oh. Yeah, Murad. Do you have one?
Yeah.
Yes. Because I'm not having people go to the water fountain to get one. Because it's disruptive and they don't learn anything. Okay, what you're going to do now is with the person next to you, you're going to tell them in a full sentence, what do we mean by a gene? This side first, please. What do we mean by a gene? In a full sentence. Turn and talk. Go. Are we going to double whammy this? Are we going for a double? Have you spoken yet? Have you? For real? You're up then. It's your turn. Don't make me do it. Come on. I don't want to do it. Perfect. Thank you very much. Ready to learn in 3, 2, and 1. What is a gene? Atif, what's a gene? Absolutely. What is a gene, Daisy? Absolutely. I'm going to cold call someone. What do I mean by a characteristic? Give me an example of a characteristic. Marley, what's an example of a characteristic? Hair color, eye color, anything like that. Those are genes. So we have our genes. This is my section of DNA that codes for a given characteristic. And we're going to have an example as, let's do eye color. So an example would be eye color. Now, what we also have is these genes are going to be different based on the person. So George has got blue eyes. Her gene for eye color is going to look different from mine. It's going to look different to Jaden's because we all have different colors eyes. So our gene, our section of DNA that codes for eye color is going to look different. And we call different versions of a gene alleles. You say allele. So alleles are what we call versions of a gene. And what we mean by this is the different versions of a gene. For example, for that eye color would be blue eyes or brown eyes. Those are the versions of the gene. We got blue eyes, brown eyes, green eyes, etc. What's our fancy science word for versions of a gene? On two, 1, 2. Oh, pain. Alleles. What do we call versions of a gene? On two, 1, 2. Yeah, and we've got this in book here. Alleles are different versions of the same gene. Highlight that for me quickly, please. Yes. I've met some with purple eyes, yeah. What will it be? Depends. And you'll learn in a couple of lessons why it depends. Yeah, so purple is unlikely to get passed down because otherwise loads of people would have that. It's the same reason most people have brown eyes. Is it's, well, you're going to learn in a minute. I've not met anyone with pink eyes. I know, you've got hands. Ready to learn in 3. We've already been to the toilet. 2 and 1. Turn and talk to the person next to you. What is an allele? This side first. Full sentence. What's an allele? Turn and talk. Go. Ready to learn in 3, 2, and 1. Melchizedek, what is an allele? There we go. Thank you. Yeah, they're different versions of the same gene for every single gene that you have. So you have genes for eye color, hair color, height, skin color. You will have 2 alleles, one from mum and one from dad. So you will be given 2 alleles for every single gene. Those 2 alleles will come together. Depending on the combination of those alleles will depend on or will change how you look. So you have 2 alleles, one from mum and one from dad. So if we move over to here, we're going to make a quick note. You have 2 genes for every, you have 2 alleles for every gene. One from mum and one from dad. And then another thing, different combinations of alleles is what causes variation. It's why we all look different. We all have different combinations of alleles. 2 alleles for every gene, one from mum and one from dad, and different combinations of alleles is what causes variation. It's why we all look different. Where are you looking? Do you not know it? You what? Well, it's made my day. Once you've done that, please grab your board for me. Oh dear. Because you have to write. Well, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it personally. That's fine. It's fine. Yeah, Murad. Does anyone else need a whiteboard pen? Anyone else? You need to put your hand higher so I can see it. Yeah. Okay, ready to learn in 3, 2, and 1. Firstly, start with the basics of everything to do with this, which is DNA. Where in the cell do we find the DNA? Where in the cell do we find the DNA? On your board, which part of the cell do we find the DNA? Doesn't matter. 3, 2, 1, shimmy. We find the DNA in the nucleus. Absolutely. How do we describe the shape of the nucleus? How do we describe the shape of the nucleus? No, no, indeed. Romeo, 3, 2, 1, shimmy. It is a double helix. It's that crisscross. What? Oh, did I? My bad. I meant DNA. My bad. Just be like Maya and read my mind. Come on. Right. DNA has got a something backbone. If they take 2, you can both do it. Show me in 3, 2, 1, show me. Yeah, it's a sugar phosphate backbone. What do we call a section of DNA that codes for a specific characteristic? What do I call a section of DNA that codes for a specific characteristic? 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it is a gene. What do we call different versions of a gene? What do we call that was the answer. What do we call different versions of a gene? Show me in 3, 2, 1. Alleles. Yeah, an allele. Wow. Why do you have 2 alleles for every gene? Why do you have 2 alleles for every gene? What? Allele. There are people who are born between like 92 and 2002 or something.
Oh, I thought it was
No.
Georgia. Elsie. Yeah. Show me in 3, 2, 1. Show me. Yeah, 1 from mum and 1 from dad. Okay, board's clean. Back to the booklets. Ready to learn in 3, 2, and 1. Yeah, I'm not engaged. Just put on some reminders. I shouldn't have to wait that long after counting down. Right, next bit. So we've got our alleles. You get 1 from mum. You get now. Quite often, when we talk about alleles, we will draw them with 2 letters. So we're going to stick with the eye color. Let's say that B, capital B, represents the allele for brown eyes. And lowercase b represents the allele for blue eyes. Now, we just said how many alleles do you have for each gene? How many alleles do you have for each gene? 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. 1 from mum and 1 from dad. That means that with these letters here, there are 3 different combinations that a person could have. They could have 2 brown eye alleles. They could have a brown eye allele and a blue eye allele, or they could have 2 blue eye alleles. There are scientific words to describe when we have the same alleles or 2 alleles that are the same. This is called homozygous. I say you say homozygous. The way that I remember this is that homosexuals like people of the same sex. Homozygous, 2 of them are the same. Heterosexual is liking people of the opposite sex. These are different. So these 2 are homozygous. Your 2 alleles are the same. And we have heterozygous. Your two alleles are different. We're going to quickly make a note of that here. So we have homozygous. Homozygous is when both alleles for a gene are the same. And heterozygous, when both alleles for a gene are different. Cadence, I said to go with the pass. Quickly, with the person next to you, you are going to turn and talk. The person on that side is going to go first. What do we mean by can you reach it? Heterozygous. This side of the room, what do we mean by homozygous? Heterozygous, homozygous. Turn and talk. Go. You're first. Yeah. Absolutely. And wait, which one did you do? Oh, heterozygous is when both alleles are different. Ready to learn in 3, 2, and 1. What do we mean by homozygous? What do I mean by homozygous? Anastasia? Absolutely, when both alleles for a gene are the same. What do I mean by heterozygous, Nia? Nia. Alleles.
For a gene are different.
Jamie, I'm going to give you a first reminder. It's kind of rude to talk on the answering the question. Right, so if I have two alleles that are the same, what am I? Homozygous or heterozygous? I have two alleles that are the same. What am I? On 2, 1, 2. Homozygous. If I have two alleles that are different, I am heterozygous. Homozygous and heterozygous. Quickly, I think you'll flip to the next page, which is this one here. What? What? We are going to read through this quickly. If I click, you're going to say the next word. If I call your name, you are going to read this passage, or the next sentence rather. If you don't know where we are, you're going to get a reminder. Please follow along. So, starting at the top here, there are 2 copies of every in almost every cell in your body, which means you have 2 copies of every gene. The 2 copies of the gene inside your cell may be different. They may be different alleles of that gene. There are multiple alleles for each of the 20,000 human genes. And different combinations of these alleles is what gives everybody slightly different characteristics. This is known as genetic variation. If both of your alleles for a particular gene are the same, you are said to be homozygous for that gene. Homo means the same, as I said. That's why homosexual has come from as well. If you have 2 different alleles of the same gene, you are said to be heterozygous. Hetero means different. The bits we want to remember from this passage is that different combinations of alleles is what causes genetic variation. Homozygous means that both of your alleles for a given gene are the same. And if you have 2 different alleles of the same gene, you are said to be heterozygous. What we are going to do now is we're going to have a go at the 4 questions below this. I'm going to put a sentence starter for question 3 and question 4. You're going to do these individually. So we're answering, what do we mean by an allele? Why is there genetic variation? And then what does it mean to be homozygous or heterozygous? Are there any questions before we go? Alrighty. Do this individually, please. I'm going to give you 3 minutes to complete this from now. Molly, that's going to be your first reminder. Please make sure you read the sentence starter for number 3. Should help you with your answer. Stop to please. I'm going to give it to Murad. Right, let's have a go at marking these. So question number 1, what do I mean by an allele? Georgia, what do I mean by an allele? What? Flick back 1 page. Nope, flip back 1 page. And look at your key vocab. Define means tell me the definition of an allele. What? Different versions of a. Yeah. So an allele is different versions of a gene. If you got that, give it a tick. If you didn't, please correct it. Number 2, it says explain why there is variation in a species. The answer to that is literally these 2 lines here. Different combinations of alleles gives everybody slightly different characteristics. This is known as genetic variation. Yes. Yeah, so we're going to have, you're saying the same thing. So yeah, that's fine. We're getting variation in those alleles. Number 3, it says that your teacher's cat is homozygous for a blue cat's eye gene. That's really weirdly worded. Basically, we're talking about eye color. We've said that it is homozygous. I'm going to cold call someone. What does homozygous mean? Molly, what does homozygous mean? Yeah, so it means that both alleles are the same. So what this is really saying is it means that the cat has alleles for eye color that are both the same. They are homozygous. And in this case, they are both the same. They're both for blue eyes. Thank you. And then question number 4 is basically asking the same thing. Your teacher's other cat is heterozygous for eye color. Explain what this means. The cat has 2 different alleles. For eye color. Homozygous, same. Heterozygous, different. Okay, put your pen down once you've marked them. There's a couple of people still marking. Once you've marked those, just put your pen down so I know you're done. Next, what we're gonna, number 2, it's basically an exact copy of those 2 lines there. So it's just the different combinations of alleles gives people different characteristics. Next, what we're going to introduce is 2 things. We've got genotypes and phenotypes. Intimidating words. I promise you, they are not that bad. I say you say genotype. And I say you say phenotype. Let's go back to my beautifully drawn diagram here. We've got DNA. Which part of the cell is the DNA found in? Which part of the cell do we find the DNA in? On 2. The nucleus. Thank you, Murad. What do I call a section of DNA that codes for a specific characteristic? On 2. Gene. What do I call different versions of a gene? Those are alleles. Right. We know that we get 2 alleles for every gene. I'm going to cold call someone. Why do I have 2 alleles for every gene? Why do I have 2 alleles for every gene? Jacob, why do I have 2 alleles for every gene? Where do I get my genes from? Or who? I've got 1 from my mum and 1 from my dad. The genotype refers to what alleles do you have? So we used that example earlier of maybe the capital B means that you have an allele for brown eyes. This is just a way of denoting it, right? It's just to save me writing brown eye allele every time. I put capital B and lowercase b is for blue eyes. Someone's genotype, examples of the genotype would be that, for example. Now, this person has 2 alleles that are the same. Does that mean they are homozygous or heterozygous? 2 that are the same, homo or hetero. On 2. Homozygous. This is a genotype. The genotype refers to what alleles do they have. Then we have the phenotype, PH, pheno. It's coming from the same root as photo. The phenotype, if I take a photo, what can I see? How do they appear? This person has 2 brown eye alleles, so they are going to have brown eyes. Their phenotype. How do they appear? The genotype is what alleles we have. The phenotype is how that person ends up looking. We're going to flip back 1 page in our booklet, and we're going to just look at that key vocab. The genotype, the alleles for a certain characteristic. So it's what alleles an organism has, and the phenotype, the characteristics produced by a set of alleles. I do not love those definitions, so we're going to write them in a simpler term here. The phenotype is 7. No worries. The characteristic we can see. I like to remember pheno. If you take a photo, what will you see? Pheno photo, it's the characteristic we can see. e.g. brown eyes or blue eyes. And the genotype are the alleles an organism has. For a gene. E.g. B, etc. Normally denoted like this as just letters. Yeah.
Is it because they mess that up?
A little bit, yeah. So it's like a very rare combination. So what actually happens is the way it's taught at GCSE is a little bit simplistic. We sort of teach that one gene affects your eye color. In reality, there's about 100 genes go into your eye color. If you have a very rare combination of that, you can end up with different colored eyes. Well, someone that I met had half blue, half brown in one eye. Yeah. So this has to be simplified a bit because genetics is really advanced and complicated. Nia?
Why are you saying B?
B?
Yeah.
I could have used A or C.
Matching.
Pardon?
Like matching.
So these letters are just used to denote different alleles. So when I was on my sheet, the uppercase B in this scenario would be like for brown eyes, and the lowercase b is for blue eyes. Yes, Jane?
What if you have like green eyes?
So this, what I was just saying, the way it's taught at GCSE is a little bit too simplistic, realistically. You actually have about 100 genes that contribute to eye color, and that's how you end up with green eyes. So it's just, I can't really give you a proper answer without getting too complex. Yes, Jacob? You're probably going to get brown eyes, but you'll see next lesson why you might not get brown eyes always. Yes?
Is it possible to get like
I've met someone with purple eyes, yeah. Yeah, and someone I went to school with had half of their left eye blue and the other half brown.
that's so cool.
Yeah. So it is possible. Right, what we're going to do quickly with the person next to you is this side of the room is going to tell your partner what do we mean by a genotype. This side of the room is going to tell your partner what we mean by a phenotype. Genotype, phenotype. Turn and talk. Go. The genotype is the alleles an organism has for a gene. Phenotype, the top one, yeah. Yeah, characteristic. Nailed it. Amazing. So those, yeah. No, you got blue eyes. Those are examples of characteristics. Ready to learn in 3, 2, and 1. I'm now just going to give you about 40 seconds. Below this, there's a table that says genotype or phenotype. If we think about ginger hair, is ginger hair a characteristic we can see, or are those the alleles? You will put either G for it is a genotype or P for it is a phenotype, something we can see. There are 5 of those, just 40 seconds to put a G or a P in each based on whether you think it is a genotype or a phenotype.
I can do that. I don't get it. Because, like, what does genotype?
You've written it above.
But I don't get that. I don't get how it's said.
How it's what?
How it's
Said.
How it's said.
Said.
No.
How it's said. What do you mean you don't know how it's said?
How do you figure out? I don't get it.
Okay. I'm going to go over it again in a second.
I don't get it.
Swap your greens. That was Molly. That was Molly. Ready to learn in 3, 2, and 1. Nia, in answer to your question, how can I work out if this is a G or a P? Does anyone have ginger hair? No. Ginger hair, though. Oh, there we go. Ginger hair is a characteristic I can see. Right? Nia, you should probably pay attention to me if you want to understand it. A phenotype is a characteristic I can see. I can see that you have blonde hair. I can see that Jude has ginger hair. I can see that Cadence has blonde hair. I can see that Princess has brown hair. That would be a phenotype, right? So these are phenotypes. These are things I can see. Ginger hair is something that I can see. The ability to roll your tongue, I can see whether or not you're able to roll your tongue. Elsie apparently can. Cadence clearly can't.
I can.
You. That's not it. Those are a phenotype. Being homozygous for a brown hair allele, that means that you have 2 alleles for brown hair. I cannot see your alleles. Those are the alleles that you have. This is your genotype. I can't see your DNA. They're inside you. Yeah, those are the alleles that you have inside your cells. Purple petals. Would that be geno or pheno? 1, 2, 1, 2. I can see it. And having 2 different alleles of the same gene, would that be geno or pheno? 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that is geno. Oh, pardon? Right, grab your boards for me, please. Ready to learn in 3, 2, and 1. Right. On your boards. Let's start with something that we didn't do today. Or did we do it? We did it in the do now. Without looking, how many types of chromosomes do humans have? How many types of chromosomes do humans have? Show me in 3, 2, 1. Show me. Yeah, 23. Come on.
Oh, yeah. Now?
Yeah, Melchizedek.
To the hall, please.
Going to the hall. If you have 2 copies of each chromosome, what do we call a cell that has 2 copies of every chromosome on the board? He'll be fine. He'll work it out. Show me in 3. That's where he's going. 2, 1. Show me. They are diploid. What is the fancy science word for a sex cell? What is our fancy science word for a sex cell? 3, 2, 1. No. Show me. Yeah, it's a gamete. From today's lesson, what do we call a section of DNA that codes for a specific characteristic? What do I call a section of DNA that codes for a specific characteristic? 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it is a gene. What do we call different versions of a gene on the book? What?
Is your lap like on your hat?
I guess. Yeah.
Is that what everyone
Show me in 3, 2, 1. Show me. What? It's an allele. Why? Guys, I need to finish the questions. If you keep talking, you're going to go late. If I have 2 alleles that are the same, am I homozygous or heterozygous? If I have 2 alleles that are the same, am I homozygous or heterozygous? Homo or hetero? 3, 2, 1. Yeah, homo. Homo means the same. Homozygous. I'm just going to have everyone play because they've not shut up. A or B, which one of these is a genotype? Which one of those is a genotype? A or B? Which is the genotype? A or B? 3, 2, 1. Show me. A is the genotype. These are the alleles that someone has. This is the characteristic we can see. We call this the what type? The characteristics that we can actually see, we call this the something type. Three, 2, 1. Show me. It is the phenotype. Wipe your boards clean, booklets in your trays, grab your bags, and stand behind your chair.
I'm gonna be doing this right now. You have to write my report. Anything over the day. I'm gonna eat a banana like a yeah,